of course, like I say, keep connecting with you. Our conversation continues here in the studio as we're looking at some of the issues surrounding, of course, Mashujade. Professor Kagwanja and Professor Ombogi are here with us today. And as we do this, coming back to you, Professor Ombogi, and we're looking at those pictures. We're looking at crowds of people waving the Kenyan flag, dancing in celebration, remembering heroes, and the shadow, of course, of how the curtain fell on one of Kenya's heroes yesterday doesn't quite leave our minds. But do you see, or how would you see the resilience of Kenya's people still being able to come out, wave the flag, still being able to celebrate that freedom which was fought for and achieved?
Oko, that is our resilience. Many times as a nation we have been down in the valley. But every time we are down there, we rise up and get to the mountain. You know, when you are at the bottom, the only place you can go is up. That's the resilience of Kenyans. And the good thing that happened, in my view, and that is why we are seeing the celebration and the dancing, is the devolving of these celebrations. And this is fundamentally one way of sharing what we loosely call in this country the national cake. Because what has happened in the backwater town of Kitui today will actually have socio-economic and political impact for many months and years to come. And I will tell you for free that there are people in Kitui today who are going to see what they have seen for the first time in their lives. If we were confined to Nairobi like we did in the yesteryears, they could have not seen that. That's the beauty about all this. That's why you see the dancing, the celebration, the relation that we see from the people. And we have seen it in other smaller towns of this country where this has been held. It's a chance for people to sell. It's also a chance to see what Kitui is. We have known so much about Nairobi, Mombasa, and probably to some extent Nakuru and Kisumu. At least today we are hearing of Kitui. We have heard of Narok. We have heard of my hometown of Kisii before through these celebrations. But over and above that, Kenyan politics, and you will be hearing it here, of course, we have just buried a politician by excellence. And the effects of this is, you say this in the Standard today, we are going to see a new era in our politics emerging, where new configurations and new realignments are going to emerge. And you know very well that our politics always revolves around the binary of rivalry and reconciliation. Raila represented both. Today we are in Okambani, the home turf of one of our leading opposition leaders. And the president is going there. Yeah. You look at the two characters, Honorable Musyoka and President Ruto, there are people who have been in politics for a while. Kalonzo is much older, more meek, subtle, and diplomatic. The president is much younger, aggressive, combative, and ready to go at any time. It will be very interesting to see, because after the death of Honorable Raila, I'm very sure that President Ruto will go back to the political drawing board. Raila had a way of, making kings, although he never became king, and sustaining kings. He sustained Moi in the last years of his presidency. Look at, sort of sustained Kibaki after the reconciliation, process, after the post-election violence. He took the hand of Uhuru and sustained Uhuru at the time he was facing a very ambitious deputy president,
Right.
who was Ruto at the time. And he has sustained Ruto. Now he's off the political grid. President Ruto will use this opportunity to try and see whether he can sway the eastern parts, the lower eastern parts of this country to his fold.
After all, he's in the house, literally in the house.
And in the coming days, we will be seeing that. Honorable Kalonzo has always been him. The pendulum can swing either direction. But this time, as Prof said, he probably stands a chance to give a very formidable fight, if we call it so, against the president. Whether that will happen or not, we will wait until it happens. Because in politics, it never happens until it happens.
Well, if we look at the funeral that held in Bondo yesterday, the final